Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Michael faces down Victor, and Kyle battles the devil on his shoulder. Friday, May 23rd, 2025. Today on The Young and the Restless, Michael quits Victor, Jack has Lauren's back, and Audra extends an invitation. Michael arrives at the Newman Ranch and Victor tells him they have a lot to discuss. They'll start with Aristotle Dumas and his attack on Chancellor. He doesn't want anyone threaten Nikki's position there. Michael says Arabesque has sold off some smaller companies. Victor thinks he's preparing to make a bigger move. He asks about Jabot. Michael says their spies were all let go. Victor will find a way in and can outlast any of those bastards. Michael acts fidgety, and Victor asks if everything is okay. They compare notes on their romantic evenings with their wives last night. Victor thinks Lauren deserves it. Michael says last night was actually the beginning of some changes he'd like to make in his life. Victor asks, "What is it?" Michael goes on about their interesting ride together, and Victor realizes he's quitting. Michael says he needs to spend time with Lauren. Victor understands. Michael wasn't expecting this reaction. Perhaps he's overestimated his importance to him. Victor says Michael has tried to walk away before, but he loves the law. He complains that he's always taken good care of him and compensated him well. Isn't that enough? Michael says it's not anymore. Victor asks if he wants more money. Michael tells him he can't change his mind. He's made a promise to Lauren. "I am out." Victor informs him, "I won't let you do it." He hollers that he can't jump ship now. Dumas is ready to pounce. Michael complains that Victor lives from one crisis to the next. It exhausts everyone. Victor intones that he's not leaving now. That guy is prepared to take over Chancellor. Michael needs to stop that from happening. Michael warns him not to make this harder than it already is. Victor barks, "I'll make it impossible." Victor offers to send him and Lauren on vacation. He just needs his time. Michael can't give it to him anymore. He's weighed the pros and cons, and the most important reason to stay was their friendship. It kept him hanging in this horrible situation for so long. Finally, he admits his wife put him up to this. He's doing this to focus on his marriage. He feels Victor should appreciate that. Victor reminds him he's a father figure to him. Family does not abandon family. Victor reminds Michael of the night of the shooting and tells him he can't jump ship right now. That's not what family does. Michael warns he's making this very difficult. Victor barks that you make sacrifices for family. Michael exclaims that he's made sacrifices. Victor tells him to stop the bull and tell him the real reason. Michael confesses that it's Victor's blind, endless battle against Jack Abbott. He cannot go down that road with him again. "I can't do it." Victor deems this ridiculous. Jack's day takes a turn. At the Abbott mansion, Diane's researching honeymoon destinations and shares her plan with Jack. He loves it and is happy anywhere she decides to take him. At the club, Nikki shows Lauren her new locket from Victor and tells her he and Claire are planning her a birthday party. They compare notes on their romantic evenings with their husbands. Lauren is forced to tell Nikki that Michael is with Victor right now and is about to make him furious. "You should prepare yourself. It could get very ugly." She's sure Victor won't take it out on Nikki, but she worries what it will do to Michael. Nikki hopes this news isn't another lunatic from their past. Lauren assures her it's not. "I've finally convinced Michael to stop working for Victor." Nikki erupts. "Oh my God. Michael is quitting." Lauren says this has been a long time in coming as Jack appears. They loop him in, and Lauren says Michael's at the ranch breaking the news right now. Jack guesses Victor won't take this well at all. Lauren knows this is hard for Michael, who looks at Victor as a father figure. She hopes Victor will be calm and understanding. There has to be a world where they can end this amicably, right? Jack and Nikki gawp. With Victor? Lauren complains that Victor reels Michael back in every time. He's on the warpath and needs Michael 24/7. Michael can't do it anymore. We can't do it anymore. Enough is enough. She will kill Victor if he somehow convinces Michael to change his mind. Jack is sure Michael will keep his word to her. Nicky complains there's no other lawyer like Michael to take his place. They know what Victor is capable of if left unchecked. If Michael isn't there to talk Victor down, he'll launch another attack on Jack and his family. Victor listens to Michael. That's why he can't leave. Not now. Lauren tells Nicky that it's not Michael's job to be Victor's conscience. Nicky appeals to Jack, but he backs up Lauren. Nicky doesn't want Michael to sacrifice his happiness for them. Lauren says, "That is what you're asking." Nicky announces she had better get home. Jack tells her this will work out for everyone. She sniffs, "We'll see," and walks off. Lauren thanks Jack for having her back. He says this is long overdue, but admits this is Victor, so there's always a chance things will get worse before they get better. Kyle opens up to Diane. Kyle arrives at Jabot and finds a note from Claire and a basket of sweets to apologize if she was too harsh at breakfast. Diane arrives and finds Kyle behind the desk. He jokes that he's not stealing company secrets and asks what brings her by. She's leaving the honeymoon itinerary on his father's desk. They'll be gone for weeks, maybe even a month, and worries she shouldn't be gone that long. Kyle reassures her, "You and Dad need this. He's got things under control." Diane doesn't doubt his skills, but she's concerned about him becoming obsessed with Audra and her new cosmetics company. It can only lead to trouble. Kyle asks Diane to trust him. He knows Audra better than anyone. Diane notices the basket of sweets. Kyle says he and Claire ran into Audra earlier, so she sent them over. Diane realizes Claire is as concerned about Audra as she is. Kyle has it under control. Diane says he's better than this and urges him to listen to his girlfriend. Kyle asks, "Am I Mom, really? Better than that?" Diane says, "Of course you are." Kyle admits this struggle has brought up some old stuff he's proud of. There's an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. Claire's amazing and knows exactly who she is and what she wants, but I'm just me. What kind of person steals from their family to sell them out to their enemy? Diane reminds him that he made it right. Kyle fights the impulse to win every day. He doesn't want Claire to think less of him, but the devil tells him, "Do something." Victor is getting away with things, and he hates what he's done to their family. He hates what he is doing to him and Claire. Victor uses her newfound connection to the family to manipulate her. They're planning a big birthday party for Nicky, and he's supposed to make a grand gesture to convince Victor that he's worthy of Claire's love. It kills him, and it eats at him. He wonders if he has the capacity to be the man wants him to be, or is he just like Victor, wanting his pound of flesh no matter the cost? Diane thinks Kyle has already turned the corner even if it doesn't feel that way sometimes. She's sure Claire fights the same battle. She and Claire are a lot alike in that they both have pasts they're not proud of and have worked hard to turn their lives around. You don't walk away from being raised by a monster like Jordan, flip a switch, and suddenly become a good person. Kyle worries he's wired differently. Diane says Claire is merely asking him to think before he acts, to not be Victor. Diane's pleased that she and Kyle can talk this way again. They hug. Suddenly, Kyle gets a text from Audra asking to meet for a drink later. She has an idea to run by him. Kyle shows his mother and tells her he thinks Audra will try to set a trap for him and get the surprise of her life. Diane asks if the talk they just had registered at all. Kyle can't react when he's being played. He has to do what's best for Jabot. Diane concedes that she can't disagree. Just be careful. Kyle promises. Audra and Victor think he's a pushover, but they're about to get the shock of their lives.
Goodbye.
At the ranch, Victor asks Michael if he told the Abbotts he planted spies at Jabot. Michael snaps that he would never betray him that way. He stood by him even when he thought he was wrong, but he can't stand by for this. Victor asks why, because Jack's such a goody two-shoes? Michael exclaims, "Yes." He tells him he can't win this war. Victor gawps. Oh, really? He thinks Diane and Jack put him up to this and warns Michael he's making a huge mistake. Michael says it's his to make. He reminds Victor that he told him he'd never forget how he risked his life to stand with the Newmans that night with Ian Ward. He's calling in a favor. He wants Victor to let him go and wish him well. Nikki walks in and asks, "Is everything all right?" Michael says, "Goodbye, Victor," and exits. Nikki tells Victor she knows what just happened.
She's sorry.
Victor doesn't want to discuss it. Don't ever mention Michael Baldwin's name again. Jack delivers a shocker. Diane returns home to the Abbott mansion and is surprised to see Jack there. She tells him she had a nice chat with Kyle. Jack tells her about Michael resigning as Victor's lawyer. Diane's impressed. Jack says Nikki is convinced that Michael was the only thing standing between them and Victor's wrath. Diane worries they should postpone their trip if Victor's going to be fully unleashed. Jack says he may be, but they will fully give it back to him. Endgame. Michael meets Lauren in the jazz lounge and downs a drink. She asks, "Well?" He says he did it. He told him. She asks how it went. He shrugs. He really can't say. Michael recalls that there was just silence at the end. He doesn't know if he accepted his decision or was too hurt and angry to respond. Lauren is so proud of her husband for having the courage to walk away. She'll make sure she does everything she can to ensure he never regrets that decision. He deadpans, "I'm all yours now."